right, we are finally rolling. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Your host, Flywheels, here with Affordable Group Break for April 4th, 2025. Tonight's break is just an assortment of retail 2025 tops, Series 1. We've got one of the Easter eggs, which you may or not be seeing these. I first saw them at a GameStop of all places. We've got a hanger box, and then we've got a Superbox. So that is on the docket for tonight. So we'll get started here in just a second. I gotta get some stuff moved off the desk here so I have a little more room to work. Hope everyone's had a good We got Hal, we got Matthew, we got Ben, we got Johnny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All righty. Move the Superbox out of the way. We'll start with a hanger. 59 cards. These do include the Diamante parallels. Probably have opened more of these myself than any other configuration. Hey, good evening, Michael. Yeah, the vintage. I have not seen a vintage in any posts on X or Facebook or anywhere. I definitely have not pulled one, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky with some of these various parallels. So most of us have probably opened there are, your own fair share of this, so we won't spend a whole lot of time on the base, but in typical fashion, I will not just go straight to the inserts. So all right, starting off for the Blue Jays, we got Jake Bloss, Tarek Skubal, Tigers, Marco Luciano for the Giants. There's a Dylan Cruz rookie for the Nats. Justin Verlander, Astros. Logan Gilbert, Mariners. Justin Robleski, Dodgers. Jeremy Pena, Astros. Brian Wu, Mariners. Nick Sogard, Red Sox. Will Benson, Reds. Bryce Harper, Phillies. Michael McGreevy, Cardinals. Paul Blackburn for the Mets. Thairo Estrada for the Giants. Tyler Phillips, Philly. Brandon Pfaadt, Diamondbacks. Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers. Sonny Gray, Cardinals. Zach DeZenzo, Astros. Seth Brown, Athletics. Nick Gordon, Marlins. Taj Bradley, Tampa Bay. Cincinnati Reds team card. Rob Refsnyder for the Red Sox. Francisco Alvarez, Mets. Mackenzie Gore, Nats. A Arizona card. Cody Bellinger, Cubs. Marcus Stroman, Yankees. Jacob Wilson, Athletics. Jose Ramirez, Guardians. Ke'Bryan Hayes, Pirates. Carlos Rodriguez for the Brewers. Jake Rogers, Tigers. Patrick Bailey, Giants. River Ryan for the Dodgers. And we're just going to go and flip these all over. All right, we got a James Woods for the Nats, Corey Seager, Rangers, Vlad Jr. for the Jays, and Carlos Correa for the Twins. That's the first pitch that I've pulled. Adrian Beltre. And the Diamante, we got a Bryson Stott for Philly, Ben Rice for the Yankees. So rainbow foil Bryce Terang for the Brewers. And we got a pink, I don't know what these called, sand glitter, shimmer, sparkle, don't know what they're called. Nolan Arenado, not numbered. And the 1990 throwback is Paul Skeens. I can't even mispronounce it now. Hey, Larry. Miles McCollus, Cardinals. Drew Romo, Rockies. Shea Langoliers, Athletics. Tanner Scott, Padres. Christopher Morel for the Rays. It's a Detroit Tigers team card. Abraham Toro for the Athletics. Xavier Edwards for the Marlins. Jonah Heim, Rangers. Marlins team card. Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles. And Carlos Carrera for the Twins. Pull the inserts out of and the parallels out. And I'll go back through and do some sorting on those. All right, Easter egg time. So how many here tonight have actually opened one of these this year? I've opened 2. Well, these, you have 2 holiday variations. And then there's also an exclusive, holiday or parallel. 59 cards total, so it's the same as a fat pack, but these retail, I think, for 15, whereas the same amount of cards in the hanger that we just opened, those are like 12 or 13. So pay a little bit more. I have heard that some people actually like these tins. They're using them for decoration for Easter coming up. So I wonder how many of these we're going to see, at Goodwills and stuff, empty, of course, but still get the big old brick of cards. So kind of like the Christmas ornaments, just got that plastic insert to hold the cards. If anybody wants the egg for whatever reason, just let me know. $15 is cheaper than eggs. Hey, egg prices are starting to come down. All right, starting us off, Nationals. We have Andres Chaparro. We got Luis Renfio for the Angels. Brady Singer, Royals. Mason Wynn, Cardinals. Grant McCray, Giants. Andrew Benintendi, White Sox. Christopher Sanchez, Philly. Adele Amador, Rockies. Brian Rocchio, I said that correct. For the Guardians, Brian De La Cruz, Pirates. Tyler Locklear for the Emmanuel Clace, Guardians. Zach Zenzo, Astros. Seth Brown, Athletics. Nick Gordon, Marlins. Taj Bradley for Tampa. Nick Lodolo, Reds. There's a Reds team card. Bryson Stott, Philly. Ben Rice, Yankees. Andres Jimenez for the Guardians. Ha-Seong Kim, Padres. Bradley Blaylock for the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon, Rockies. Jake Cronenworth, Padres. Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. Alec Burleson, Cardinals. Jace Jung, Tigers. Ian Happ, Cubs. Brandon Nimmo, Mets. Nolan Chanel, Angels. Cincinnati team card. Reese Olson, Tigers. Logan Webb, Giants. Sean Reynolds, the Padres. Cal Quantrill for the Rockies. Manny Machado for the Padres. John Kinsey Noel for the Guardians. Andrew Abbott for the Reds. Rainbow foil, J.J. Bleday for the Athletics. Here's I think these are called the sand glitter. James Woods. It's not a bad one. And a pink Drew Romo for the Rockies. This is I think the exclusive card. I don't know what they're calling it. Easter eggs. I don't know. Michael King for the Padres. It's not my favorite. We got a Barry Larkin retrospective. And we've got a James Wood. And here are the two holiday themed ones. We got a Brenton Doyle for the Rockies and a Francisco Lindor for the Mets. Finish off the base, we got Kutch for the Pirates, Justin Henry Malloy for the Tigers, Tanner Beebe for the Guardians, Paul O'Neill Cruz, for the Pirates, Hurston Waldrop for the Braves, Jake Cave, Rockies, Michael King, Padres, Aurelvis Martinez for the Jays, Colt Keith, Tigers, Matt Chapman, Giants, Carlos Narvaez, Yankees, Lou Bob, White Sox, and a Luis Gil for the Yankees. Sand glitter are jumbo exclusives. All right. Well, that's what I've seen everybody calling these. I've seen everybody calling those out of the sand glitter. So, alrighty. So the Superbox, we got 10 14 card packs. We have an exclusive 5-card silver foil board pack, oversized, and a companion card, and a enamel pin. So you know the layout. You've opened these before. Tell you, I'm glad I grabbed this when I did, because at least in my parts, these have dried up at retail. single packs out of the way first. We'll just go ahead and jump into the oversized base card. It is a rookie. Brooks Lee for the Twins. And his companion card. So, is that Dustin? Yeah, Dustin. So I will find something safe to put that in. And let's go ahead and open up this pin. I don't know. Does anybody like these enamel pins? I don't dislike them, but Dylan Cruz for the Nats. Rick had the Nats. So we've got our silver pack, and now we've got our 10 packs. Let's see what's in here. If we get anything different. Brandon Marsh for Philly. Angel Martinez for the Guardians. John Gray, Rangers. Baltimore Orioles, Philadelphia Phillies. We got Lourdes Gurriel Jr. for the Diamondbacks, Chris Taylor for the Dodgers, David Schneider for the Jays. Excuse me. Here is a American League leaders. Looks like we got Scobal, Barrios, and Lugo. Jorge Soler for the Braves. We've got a rainbow foil Jake Cave for the Rockies, and a Rafael Devers, Tampa Bay, and a Matt Olson for the Braves, who picked up their first win tonight. Thank freaking goodness. They are still the worst record in Major League Baseball thus far, but a resounding 10-0 win tonight over the Marlins. Spencer Schwallenbach pitched a shutout through 8 innings with, I think, 10 strikeouts. So hoping that's what they needed to get their confidence going and get this turn this early season around. Anthony Volpe for the Yankees. Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs. There's a Boston Red Sox card. Spencer Steer for the Reds. NL leaders. We got Otani, Ozuna, and Schwarber. We got an Orlando Arcia, which he should be sitting because he's now sitting on the bench. Christian Yelich for the Brewers. Adolis Garcia for the Rangers. Ryan O'Hearn for the Orioles. Trevor Larnach for the Twins. And we have an Acuna Grapefruit League insert, followed by another James Wood, a Blake Perkins for the Brewers, and a George Springer for the Jays. Brenton Doyle, Rockies, Francisco Lindor for the Mets, and that's a different. We had a Lindor earlier, and he was doing like a hand gesture. So was that a short print? Yeah, it looks like the normal code ends in 7547. So yeah, I might have to go back in the stack and find that Lindor. DJ Hers for the Nats, Isaac Paredes for the Cubs. Here's a National League leaders. We have Sale, Wheeler, and Himanga. Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. Royce Lewis for the Twins, Vlad Jr. for the Jays, Tyrone Taylor for the Mets, Evan Carter, Texas. There's a Minnesota Twins card. We got a Corey Seager and a let's see, NL or AL leaders Scobal, Blanco, and Valdez, and a Rizal Iglesias for the Braves. Gold back, yeah. Those are those golden moments or something. I got an Acuna last year. I mean, not Acuna, Ozuna. The stack right now, because Lord knows where that card is. But I do remember having a different image, so. And don't see anything that stands out as far as the color on the back, so I'll go back through it and take a look. Lindor has a big head version. I hate those inserts. For the Rockies, Bradley Blaylock and a Charlie Blackmon, Jake Cronenworth for the Padres, Brooks Baldwin White Sox, Connor Wong Red Sox, Ryan Jeffers Twins, Jake Urban Nats, Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Here's a Tampa Bay team card, a Yoshida for Boston. I got a nice Larry Walker. Expos, obviously, we're not a team in this break, so it'll go to the Nats. There's a Vlad Jr., Jorge Alcala for the Twins, and a CJ Abrams for the Nats. Bryson Stott, Philly, Ben Rice, Yankees, Jimenez, Guardians, Kim for the Padres, Luis Dos Santos, Jays, Casey Mize, Tigers, Jung-Hoo Lee for the Giants, Jack, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, for the Angels, James Talion for the Cubs, Rizzo for the Yankees. Got another Correa. And we have a silver foil Perdomo, Geraldo Perdomo for the A's. Adam Mazur for the Marlins, and Calzer for the Orioles. When I go back through and sort everything, I will look for that Lindor. I'll try to pull that out when I do my recap post this weekend. Dylan Cease for the Padres, Michael McGreevy, Cardinals, Paul Blackburn, Mets, Estrada for the Giants, Noel for the Guardians, and Abbott for the Reds. There's a Paul Skeens for the Pirates, Drew Romo for the Rockies, Tanner Scott, Padres, Christopher Morel for the Rays. Hey, look at that. Bo Nose, 1990. And a Dylan Cruz, Brady Singer for the Royals, and a Mason Wynn for the Cardinals. The companion was the same card as the oversized that we pulled. Those have a different card number on the back. Tyler Stevenson for the Reds, Zach Wheeler, Philly, Christian Mana, the D-backs, Will Brennan, Guardians, Logan Webb, Giants, Sean Reynolds, Padres, Quantrill, Colorado, Manny Machado, Padres, Cole Reagans for the Royals, McCullers for the Cardinals, Langoliers, Athletics, Christian Yelich, the Brewers, Andres Chaparro for the Nats, and Ringfio, Angels. 3 to go. Eloy Jimenez, Orioles. Willie Castro, Twins. Chris Bassett, Jays. AL leaders, we got Judge, Ramirez, and Rooker. Brandon Nimmo for the Mets. Chanel, Angels. Team card for the Reds. Reese Olson, Tigers. Adrian Del Castillo for the Diamondbacks. Joe Adele, Angels. Call to the Hall, Chipper. Gunnar Henderson, MLB Stars. Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. And Richie Palacios for the Rays. Zach Neto, Angels. Seth Lugo, Royals. Lars Nootbaar, Cardinals. Shea Whitcomb, Astros. Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. Alec Burleson, Cardinals. Jace Jung, Tigers. Ian Happ, Cubs. Perdomo for the Diamondbacks. Teoscar Hernandez for the Dodgers. Ahmed Rosario for the Reds. Got a J-Rod Stars there. Angels, and a Marino for the Diamondbacks. Final single pack there. We got Suarez, Diamondbacks. Freddie Freeman for the Dodgers. Ryan for the Rays. We got a Boston Red Sox card. We got Michael Sanani, Cardinals. Kai Bush for the White Sox. There's a Trout for the Angels. Alcantara, Sandy for the Marlins. Josh Jung, Rangers. There's a Cubs team card. And we got a Yamato, 1990. A Brooks Lee, Stars. A Bryce Terang, and a Jacob deGrom for Texas to finish out those. All we have left is our silver patterned foil board base card pack. Good luck. Logan Ohop, Angels. Freddie Furman for the Royals. Eric Fetty for the Cardinals. Zebby Matthews for the Twins. And Tristan Casas for the Red Sox. And boom, just like that, we are done. Let's do a quick sorting of all these. Diamante, another foil, another pink. All right. So what I call the sand glitter, I'm told are just the silver foil. So we got a James Wood and a Perdomo. From the hanger box, the Diamante parallels, which these I don't mind. I kind of like these. Bryson Stott and a Ben Rice. The rainbow foil, we got the Bryce Terang and Jake Cave. The pink foil, we have Arenado and Romo. this one's called, Michael King from the Easter egg. Then we got the Holiday foil, Brenton Doyle and Francisco Lindor. And then, of course, we just had these foil board that we just opened from the special pack. Inserts. We had a grapefruit league Acuna. Can't talk tonight. First pitch, Adrian Beltre. The 1990 retrospectives. We got Skeens, Larkin, Walker, Jackson, and Yamamoto. Had a call to the Hall chipper. It'll look nice in the new chipper binder I made. And then the stars of MLB, we had lots of duplicates here. Correa, Seager, Guerrero Jr., Wood, Devers, Wood, Seager, Guerrero, Carrera, Cruz, Yelich, Henderson, Rodriguez, and Lee. And then, of course, all of the regular base cards that we pulled. Again, the oversized card and the companion card was Brooks Lee for the Twins. And then we got a the enamel pin was Dylan Cruz for the Nats. So always never know what you're going to get at a base. And at least with the different pack varieties that they do, we have some different parallels to chase and stuff like that. Sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it can be fun. So all right, I have got to go shopping. I've got a couple of ideas of some things, but I don't have anything on pre-order for us at the moment. But I am going to try to get up to my little honey hole and see if I can pick up some 90s or early 2000s product. The only I've got the next 2 weeks planned out already. So let me just step over here to the bookshelf. And we will be revisiting a box that we opened several weeks ago. I don't always like to do that. However, it is, when I can find a good deal on something that is a little less common, uncommon, whatever, then I jump on it. And that will be another box of 1998 Pinnacle Plus. Next week, I thought a fun time with this the first go around. So we will do this again, and then in 2 weeks I've got a very uncommon format, something we've never done. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, this will be on the par for next week, and sometime I hope in the next week or two to get out and pick up a few extra things. So that is it for me, guys. I am signing off. Just kind of look over the comments here. But yeah, thanks again for filling it up. We filled the break up pretty quickly. Appreciate everyone's participation, and hope to see y'all next week. We'll do it again. Signups will more than likely go up on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, like I try to do each week, and then we'll do this again next Friday. So as always, guys, if you see something coming out, if you're browsing online and you see something that you think would be fun to bust, you think others in the group would enjoy it, but you're not willing to put down the money yourself to buy it, let me know. And if I agree with you, I do not mind picking up the box for the group. But as you're out and about or online, if you find something, find a good deal, let me know. But otherwise, thanks again. Have a great weekend, And I will talk to you all guys later.